My name is David Rawlings. My family and I came to live here in Israel in 1975. We have seen a lot since then, and frankly, this has to be one of the worst times that I can remember. Our daily portion is political chaos in Israel and foment in the Palestinian Authority. In this program, we will visit Jerusalem and her neighborhoods and talk to some of her residents. I'm warning you, some of the comments and statements that you will see and hear are unnerving. Hate among Jews and Muslims in Jerusalem is palatable. I was sitting on my balcony holding my brand new baby when all of a sudden I heard a huge explosion echoing from the market. This place is nuts, I thought, and I've got to go take a look-see. At any rate, this is what I found.
يا صفاء النفوس طهرها الحب وأذكى من نورها الوقاد.
Never, Jewish never have a land in Middle East. Never.
يا صفاء النفوس طهرها الحب
عملا أو نفوذ فاليهود هم اليهود ولن يكون فيهم معتدل ولا داعية للسلام فكلهم كاذبون. هؤلاء هم الذين يجب أن يذبحوا ويجب أن يقتلوا وفي أي موطن قاتلوهم أينما.
We living in this area from 1,400 years. This land belonged to us. Now what happened after the Second World War, they Europeans feel guilty. They send Jewish here to make a state on our bodies. And that's not right. My grandfather or my father or my son always believe and thinking that Jaffa and Tel Aviv is our land. We have a faith that every kilogram from this soil is belong to us. I suggest for Israeli people to go back where they lived before. I say go out because you are a criminal first and you are a thief again, and sooner or later we will kill you. I am now 62 years old. If I meet Barak, I'll kill him. I'll kill him, sure. Because he is not a human being. Hitler, to me, I believe that he is angels in front of Barak. Because Barak, he is the real Hitler. And before him, Shamir, and before him, Peres, and before him, Netanyahu, all of them. The United Nations must say to Jewish, go back to your countries and leave Palestinians alone. That's the way to stop violence.
What about all the Jews that have been born here, say, in the last 30, 40, 50 years?
It is not our problem. It is not our problem.
The question about dividing the baby and King Solomon, I think, is a very interesting question, because for many Israelis, probably also for many Arabs, the baby is the land, the baby is the place, the baby is the state. However, being a rabbi, a Reform rabbi, to me the baby is the people. I believe all people, all human beings were born in the image of God. And therefore the wholeness of the peoples living in the area is the important thing. But let's be honest, Israel is divided at this point. Jerusalem is divided. There are neighborhoods where Israelis don't go, the neighborhoods where Arabs don't go. It's truer on the side of Israelis not going. If peace is the price, it's a worthwhile price.
And I think the first issue that we have to think about it is about the people. They're regular people, not about the government. I believe that everyone right now very worried to be in the center or to get bombed or something, or to be in a crowd place and to get bombed. I don't know. People trying to run from the truth, but the truth is very worried. I'm telling you the truth. I'm a brave guy, but I'm worried. I'm worried that I'm going to be one of this attack. That they're going to come on the center and bomb the center. And if you're asking me, they can do it. They can do it because the eightness is so far.
يا صفا النفوس.
If we can return 50 years ago and take us to Holocaust, they do it in very cold blood. They say that Hitler killed from them 6 million, and this is a big lie. We cannot throw them to the sea and make for them Holocaust. Jewish people very sensitive. They cannot kill people without any blaming or blaming themselves. Peace is so far that I'm trying to change my mind. I'm not coming on the right side. I don't believe that we have to occupy them and to rule them. But I believe that things have to be changed from the roots.
لك محرما طرد حواشيها
Well, I can't trust because it's a matter of feeling. Because what they're doing, you know, when you see them killing your friends, when you see them killing your families, when you're seeing them killing, you know, the people you love, you can't, you know, love them anymore. Even if you used to love them, even if you used to have friends, but not anymore. And I'm a very peaceful guy. But I hope that one day we could really live in peace. And it's a dream. We all dream about this. Because we all want to live in peace. Because everyone has dreams and they all want to fulfill their dreams. And if there's no security, if there's no money, there's no jobs, there's nothing. So you can't live. You can't have the life you wanted. You always dreamt about.
There is a very strong ideological conflict here, which is now fast turning into violence, injuries and death.
The nation of Israel is only one land. We don't have another place to be. This is our home. There are many countries in the Middle East. Not that they should go there. Being good neighbor doesn't mean an eye for an eye. It means peace is peace, and that's it.
Welcome for everybody. Don't fret, I am here. Anybody want to take fish? I am here. Fish. It's so good. Hey, you.
The situation is getting hard. The last explosion happened only a few meters from the market center. If it had happened here, the casualties would have been much bigger. Many would have died.
You picture for what not?
For overseas.
What?
For America.
For America? Where in America?
Canada.
Canada?
Innocent people are dying here, and that is what hurts. They are sending their kids out to demonstrate. And if Palestinians' mother don't want their children to die, they should keep them at home. All they are doing is conducting a psychological war.
The press isn't helping?
No, the opposite is true. The press is helping the Palestinians because they are perceived to be the underdog. There is nothing stopping us from making them suffer more than we do. But we are patient and keeping our heads so that the casualties are limited. And they are taking advantage of this. Moreover, they are doing all sorts of inhumane things, such as the lynching in Ramallah and more car bombs. So far, we have been on the defensive.
Our God say about Jewish people that they will do as devil all over their life to the end of the life between the nations. This employment, the employee, all Islam state that these Jewish will not make peace because they can't live in peace. Do you know why? They live, Jewish people all over the world during the centuries before, live on the blood of the nation. Think.
November 2000. A 10-kilogram car bomb explodes and wreaks havoc near the market. Again, lives were lost.
And I believe that people not settle things with violence.
Violence is not new. It is the second oldest sin. In the Middle East and around the world, it is only perpetuating itself.
What about all the Jews that have been born here, say, in the last 30, 40, 50 years?
It is not our problem. It is not our problem.
Mrs. Simon, a Jerusalem housewife, lives next door to the kindergarten.
We heard a huge explosion, lots of fire and smoke. I live in a complex of 9 families. There was a very serious shock wave, and we all ran from the house fearing another explosion. When we went back inside, we understood that we were saved, but there was damage. Our home and all the windows and some furniture were destroyed. Unfortunately, the name that is posted here is the name of a new tenant that was moving in. While moving, she went out to the street and didn't come back. She was caught by the blast. We are getting back to normal life. We don't have a choice. At any rate, life is still stronger than us, in spite of the pain. The future has to bring us peace and quiet, where everyone lives peacefully. They need to get what is theirs, and we will be content with ours. There is place for coexistence and space to live together here.
Can you share the land? Isn't it possible to share it?
To share it with who? With who?
On both sides there are extremists, but we have to find a solution no matter what. It can't be that extremists do what they want without control. We really are for peace, and ultimately, we all come from the same Creator. Religion shouldn't dictate how to live our lives.
For
For over 2 months now, the Palestinian Tanzim have been shooting on a regular basis, almost every evening from Beit Jala into Jerusalem, into our neighborhood of Gilo. Gilo residents are exasperated, you might say, with the situation here. Many homes have been hit. Some homes have been hit 6 times. This is happening on a daily basis. The Israeli government finally allocated 1 million shekels to fortify the neighborhood of Gilo.
I hope peace will come, because everybody needs peace in this area. Without peace, we can't live.
What do you think when you see what's happening like in Beit Jala?
It's a disaster. I have many friends there. I studied in Bethlehem University, and I have many friends in Beit Jala. They leave their home, they leave their businesses. It's terrible. Because they shooting 1 or 2 bullets, they react with a huge fire at them. I don't know.
Who's actually doing firing there?
The Palestinians, but for a good reason, to liberate their land, because there's an occupation there.
The Palestinian Tanzim gunmen enter into homes in Beit Jala. Many of the homes over there are owned by Christian families. They come to the door, they say, we're going to use your roof, your building as a fire point for shooting. Of course, there isn't much a Christian in Beit Jala can do. If somebody comes to your door with a gun, they use the house as a shooting point against Gilo, and then of course the Israelis respond. And many of the homes over there have been hit. The residents themselves are not the ones who are shooting. The Tanzim come from other locations. They come into Beit Jala and they make use of Beit Jala to shoot. Scores of families from Beit Jala are leaving. They're packing up, getting out of there, leaving the country in many cases.
It's a bit scary, but we live here.
We can't leave the house.
This is our neighborhood, our house. We won't leave no matter what happens.
Here we were born and raised. We don't need to leave our house because of them.
Why are they doing this?
To capture and kill. To kill as many Jews as possible.
You can't live with them?
Impossible. Look our neighbors.
They are Amalek. It is impossible to live with them.
Who did you say they are?
Amalek, Philistines. We can't live with them. I would put them in a sack and I throw them to the sea, all of them.
I think that sooner or later we're going to have a major conflagration here. Israelis are going through a process of soul searching right now. They're going through a process of introspection, perhaps. They want peace, but they're coming to the conclusion that perhaps there is no peace. Perhaps Yasser Arafat is really not a partner that they were hoping that would bring them peace. The situation looks very ominous. We could well be in for a very rough time here in Israel, one of conflict.
The literal translation of the Bible in a strong sense of Zionism proves to be a potent combination. Many settlers moved to the West Bank in order to stake the Jewish claim to the entire land of Israel and thus hasten redemption. Israeli settlers are adamant that their presence on the West Bank is critical to Israel's defense. Left-wing opponents blame them for the failure to achieve peace with the Palestinians.
If there will be a war, it's better sooner than later. Now we are ready, and we will be ready anytime, but we don't want a war. The Israel nation wants a peace, but the truth is this is our land, and we will do anything to keep it like that. And now this day, it's the day of Rachel Imenu, that she died, and we just wanted to go to her grave to pray there, and they doesn't let us. Our army, our brothers in the Israeli army. The people of Israel will stand, and we will fight for Israel and for this land.
We're going through very difficult times now.
Several nights ago, actually the most intense battle of the Intifada to date took place when 40 Tanzim gunmen tried to storm Rachel's tomb. They got to within 10 meters of Rachel's tomb. Apparently they were about to overrun the position when Israelis opened up with anti-tank missiles. They brought in the helicopter gunships, and they stopped the Tanzim gunmen just meters away from Rachel's tomb.
Because the Arabs are threatening us. The Arabs want to take us take us away from the whole land of Israel. They start with Joseph's grave. Now it's Rachel's grave. It's the Western Wall. All of those places, they're trying to get rid of the Jewish people.
There is a Jewish commandment that says, love thy neighbor as thyself. It's very hard to translate the Hebrew words for that commandment, but I'm trying to understand the place where the Palestinians are. I'm trying to feel the compassion and the understanding for their strife and for their pain, and to respect it.
Maybe if the Israeli want really peace, it can begin, but not like the last one, no. Not the last one, not like the last one.
What do you think's needed?
A big effort, and a real one. To stand at the middle, not with this side or not with this side. And that's it.
I wish I could convince them, and I imagine also parts of the Israeli society, that it is not necessarily a stage of bloodshed and hatred and revenge. But Jerusalem of today and Israel of today does not give much hope to that possibility. So there needs to probably be a stage of strife between these two nations before they learn to share the same land and the same holy places and to live together in peace. But there is no other way. I cannot imagine Israel and Palestine being in war for many years, because I'm a practical woman, and I think both nations need their people to go to work. Both nations need normalcy in order to build up their cultures, their traditions, their peoples, and they need each other if they want to live on this piece of land in the Middle East.
We who live in the city, Jew, Christian, and Muslim, Thank you for praying for the peace of Jerusalem.